Hello everyone, it's Farkid here, and in this video I'm going to show you the best start for the forest start. There are 3 starts in the game, and they're picked randomly. It doesn't really matter where you start, but to save you re-rolling, I'll show you a good start for each one. These will roughly take about 10 minutes, and they're going to be really easy to do. Now in my opinion, the forest start is the best start. Now just so you know, I start with this because I re-rolled the start about 20 times to try and nail a good start. So all I've done is open up my thing and put that as number 1, and I've gotten Calvin up off the ground. So next, you want to go around and grab all the goods out of the containers. Just so you know, the first container you pick up will have a medication in it. You want to eat that. Now once you've done that, there's a helicopter. You want to follow this river down. Actually, first, I'm going to get Calvin to follow me. So the idea of this start is to get you equipped, get you some items, essentials, weapons, and a golf cart, and a modern axe. Now first, you get the baton. It's right there. Very easy. Next, you come down a little bit further, and if you look to your right, you can even see it on the little mini-map down the bottom right. There is a cave here, and you're going to go in and just go in a little bit. Just put in the tip. That's what you want to do. And there's a rope there. Take this barricade down. You can skip this part if caves are a little bit too intense for you, but you're not going to deal with any enemies in here. As soon as you go in, there's a whole bunch of items that you can get, and you might as well. So there's some watches, there's some cloth, there's some meat, cans of food, and more meat. And if we head down a little bit further, down this alleyway here, there's some skulls. Very useful later on. There's a rope here, and if you go over to the right here, there's another rope. And if you go down a little bit further, so you can see the enemies down here, you're not going to go any further than here. There's some flares there. There's an open container here, but there's nothing in it. There is some items down over there if you want to run and grab them, but for the purpose of this, I'm not going to. And some bones here. They shouldn't follow you up here, but don't wait around to find out. So that's it. You're going to head out of the cave. Now this cave is for the rope gun. You can speed run it, just run through and grab it, but that is a little bit tricky and not a beginner's thing to do. Here's some footage of me getting the rope gun. You can literally bypass everything. I am not sure if I recommend it. I think you should save before doing it, because if you're new to the game, you'll probably die trying to do it. But the rope gun is excellent for making bases and building and such. Now, as soon as you come out of the cave, go over here, and there's 2 containers here. Now, just so you know, on difficulties like hard survival, this may affect things, the amount of containers you get. Once you got that, follow this creek down. Just follow it all the way down. So once you get to the end, don't go all the way, because you'll fall down the waterfall. It's only a small fall, but you'll take damage. Just climb down here, and you get this camp area. This is a place I built in Season 2. It is an excellent place to build. One of the best, probably the best places to build from what I found. But I haven't built in many places in this game, so I'm not 100% sure. So there was a can opener there, and there's a pot here, and a whole heap of supplies. If you hit laptops and stereos, you get circuit board. There's heaps at this camp. Usually there's not that many. Unless you change your settings, containers don't refill on reload. You can save here if you wanted to. But yeah, they can only come in this way, and you can build a base, say here, with a cliff face in there. It's got running water, nice waterfall, and a lake down below. Next, we're going to follow the path down. You should be picking up anything you find along the way, so like rocks, stones, sticks, flowers, berries, anything like that. I'm going to follow this path down. Now, this one's a bit tricky. You won't know this. There's raccoons. You won't know this without the GPS locator you're supposed to get. Now, when you get to here, you just want to kind of head straight. I might open up the map. I should have probably done that to begin with. You want to head down here, and you see this golf cart? There's a battery on the back, but if you turn around, there's this. You want to go in here. This is why the forest start is probably the best. You can get so much from it. Now, there's no enemies down here, because you need a key card to progress further down there. You can go down there, there's not many items, but there's this room here, and all the stuff in here respawns when you reload, and there's a lot in here. We're going to put some resin, 500, well. And what we're going to do first is make a flask. And while that's making, we empty the room. There's batteries and resin and all sorts of things in here. Wire, tape, it's really good. So there's a flask. And the next thing I recommend you make is this. Anything else you want to make, you can make. It's up to you. There's a couple of containers here. These don't respawn though. There we go. And we press tab, and what we're going to do is make it. See, we've been playing for about 5 minutes, and look how much crap we've already got. I don't think they needed tape, but I'll put tape down anyway. Okay, that's done. So what we're going to do is head out. Okay, Now, if you picked up enough things, we've got 4 rocks and a stick. So what you want to do here, place a stick and 3 rocks. See? And then you're going to get the GPS locator and put it on there. And when you look on the map, you will have that spot saved. Later on, it will be saved. But for now, why not keep it open? After we finished here, press the middle mouse button to change the zoom. You want to head up to this big lake. And we just started moving and we've already seen where we want to go. Head for that steering wheel, because that is a golf cart. And it's on the way to our next destination, which is the modern axe. It's a very good weapon and it will help you cut trees and deal with enemies if need be. Oh, there's enemies here. What was he doing parked right there? Okay, because we told Kelvin to follow, he should hop in. He threw a rock at the thing. This is probably the hardest part. So I'm going to go up to a road here. Now where you're heading is at that purple locator straight ahead. You want to head towards that. If you run over animals in this thing, you can get out and skin them and get meat. But if you went into the cave, you would have got a whole bunch of meat. So driving the golf cart is relatively easy. Just stick to the roads. Don't take shortcuts. It's just not worth it. At places like this, you can cross over in the water and shouldn't dismount. There's a cave there. That's an exit for some cave, I believe. If you see a cave with no marker on it, it's usually an exit, which means that you can go in, but you won't get far. Okay, we're close to it here. We're not going up to it. What we're doing, we're going near it. So we're going to go left here and down the hill. And see the red flare? That's where you want to go. Oh my God. Right here. And there'll be a guy, a flare man there, and then he'll pass away. The reason you come in here is for this bad boy. It's the only weapon, I think, that doesn't have an animation when you pick it up. And it is one of the best weapons in the game. In the forest, it was the best weapon. It's been nerfed a bit. Now in here, there's heaps of supplies, heaps. A lot of these supplies respawn. As a stereo, heaps of tape. Another pot. If you didn't get the other one, you can grab that one. Heaps of things in containers. And yeah, C4 bricks. These ones respawn, I think. I don't know why. I think it's a bug. And that is it. So it is now 2 in the afternoon. You've still got plenty of daylight. You've got all this stuff. And yeah, you got a decent weapon. You've actually got 2 because you got the stun baton. You got a can opener. You got a pot so you can boil water, which I highly recommend you do ASAP. Yeah. Where you go from here is completely up to you. You can go up to that purple thing. It is another GPS locator and some items, but nothing of real value. But you got the means to get around. You can go wherever you want. You could go back to that place I recommend you build at. But if you keep driving and you're looking for another place to build, there's some around over here. This is one of the nicest looking places in the game just here. You could build up somewhere here if you like. It's very pretty up here. That is the best start you can get in the forest start. Where you go from here is completely up to you. I actually have no recommendations. It depends what you want to do. If you want to go explore, you can. You got the golf cart. If you want to build, you can. You got an axe. You got Kelvin. If you want to go cave diving, you can. You got some flares and you got a decent weapon. You're set. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Cheers.